All right, everyone, welcome to the March safety meeting. I hope everyone is doing well. Baby is doing good. Everyone's happy and healthy, and thanks for asking. All right, guys, so today we're going to be talking about slosh test, hazmat training. We're going to be going over some SAM-SARA training. All right, so everyone's familiar with our slosh tests, but today we're going to focus on the direct things that can prevent incidents from happening in our operation. So this is one of our biggest checklists as far as how we can prevent a spill from happening. So everybody's seen these 100 times. We filled them out 1,000 times. But what I want you guys to do is use this as a checklist. And I'm actually going to be talking about some new stuff we're going to be doing later on with the computer, but we'll still have to do this with Portage. So I would just keep it handy and make sure that we're going through this list and we're checking it. You know, the vent is closed, the dome is sealed, everything's secure, tanker's in good condition. I changed my placards. And make sure when we're doing our slosh test, once we finish, we get out and we recheck the dome lids on top. And it's probably not a bad idea to check that the product hose is closed either. All right.
CJ, before you go close, do we still have to give Portage?
Yes. So we're not.
If we empty there but don't load, do we still have to give that?
I'm sure you do.
That's
Okay. So every time we're crossing that scale, leaving, we're gonna have to give them a piece of paper. That's as we did our slosh test, even if we're empty. So we're not doing away with that. We're gonna have slosh test tickets available for you guys to provide that service to them. Okay. We haul hazardous materials, guys. Some recent incidents that we've had open valves, we've had dome lids not sealed, we've had product left in containment. Majority of these issues could have been fixed by us doing our slosh test properly. So this isn't just a checklist that, you know, we check the boxes. These are things that we actually need to be doing. So how do you guys do your slosh test? You guys? No, how many, or how do you guys do it? So say you're putting the truck in gear and you stop.
Slam the brakes.
Slam the brakes.
Back up and slam the brakes again.
Does everybody back up and slam the brakes? Do we need to?
Forward, back up, forward, back up.
I don't think we can do that.
Okay. So the main point of this, guys, is I would much rather have an incident inside of our containment. So when you guys do that, when you slam on the brakes, that spill, if it happens, if we didn't do our checklist properly, it's going to be in containment. And likely you're going to rinse it down and I'm going to send you on your way. But it's when the dome lid is not closed and we go on the road, that's when trouble happens. All right. Okay, so what can go wrong? Liquid surge, loose valves, missed dome lids, leaks in transit. Obviously, we'd rather have it in containment. Okay, so this form protects you. We want to make sure you guys are doing it every time before you leave containment. So that doesn't matter if you're loading waste, leaving a mill, you're doing it, or you're loading RA, leaving our site, you're doing it. We're checking that our covers, we're checking that our valves are closed, our dome is closed, our placards are correct, and our tank condition is good. We have been seeing some of our trailers have some spider webs and some cracks, so make sure when you guys are doing your post-trip inspection, you're really looking at it. Okay, so when we complete this, we confirm that we have no leaks, our load is stable, our valves are all closed. We're taking responsibility for the fact that our load is completely buttoned up. Okay? So which one of these do you guys think has missed the most? Valves closed, dome sealed, no residue, no leaks. What's the step that most commonly would you guys think would be missed? Valve closed? Yeah, I know it's not on there, but I think get out and check the top of the container. I think that we need to be doing this every time. So just keep that in mind when you guys are doing it. Put your hands on the top of the dome lid and make sure that everything's closed up. I know it would probably give me peace of mind if I was going down the road. All right, so gasket is properly seated, bolts are tightened evenly, no product residue, lid is fully secure. If the dome lid fails, everything fails. So clean equipment equals safe equipment. Wash the dome down, the spill pan after loading, remove chemical residue, prevent slip hazards, corrosion, future leaks. Make sure the next guy's set up for success as well. Okay, so most common mistakes are skipping the top check, loose or partially closed valves, not rechecking after slosh test, rushing to leave sites, signing form without verifying. This is an easy one for us guys where we can stop incidents before they even happen. So these are our checks. Let's use them. Okay, so into some hazmat training. Drivers must be trained in general awareness, function-specific training, safety training, security awareness. So our function-specific training covers leak prevention checklist, slosh test procedures, site-specific unloading and loading, PPE requirements, emergency response. You guys are expected to know and be trained on all of these things. Okay, so question. Your training covers, no, that's not a question. Keep going. Sorry. Okay, before leaving the facility, you must A, complete your paperwork, B, perform slosh test only, C, walk around and climb and verify closure, or D, call dispatch. C, throw the hat to Tom. He's too quick. All right, now we're gonna be diving into some Samsara stuff. This is something I'm really excited about because we are going to be doing away with the daily trip sheet. We're going to be getting rid of it. Providing that we do this right, we are going to be getting rid of both the daily trip sheet and the slosh test sheet minus the one that we have to give portage. Okay, so it's pretty simple because our computer is pretty smart. So all we have to do is on this lower page, so picture your home page, you scroll down, you'll see your DVIR, and you'll see this thing called forms. What you're gonna do is hit forms. Now, we have a bunch of preset things for you guys to fill out during your day. What we're mainly focusing on for our trip sheets is the one that says driver trip sheet daily. So you'll click forms, you'll click your driver trip sheet, and you need to do this every time you're bringing product to a facility. So say I'm loading RA, I'm gonna hit this driver trip sheet. Hit the next one. Okay, and it's gonna bring up this field right here. You're gonna put in your BOL number, you're gonna select your product type, it'll have a drop down and it'll say HCl, ferrous, ferric, whatnot. Then you're gonna click the destination. It already has all of our steel mills and all of our locations preset in. So you'll pretty much just hit this and it'll come up with a list of our steel mills and you'll hit IPPC, SDI, wherever you're going. And then you're gonna type in your truck number, which it should already have that in there because you're logged into it. And then you'll hit save.
Does that have customers like ferret and stuff?
No.
What do you want to do for that?
They should have to, yeah, just type it in. But, okay, so we're doing this instead of writing in our trip sheets. So we no longer have to write down, I'm going to US, write down my trip sheets, write down my gallons. We're now just gonna be putting it in the computer.
What about delays?
So there are some places for delays. Go back under. Under this, there's a comment section. And in this product type, there's a product type you can hit other, and then you can just put in a comment. And if there's something that's severe that you guys think we need to know about, or
We're getting new tablets,
we are.
okay, because
So new,
that's gonna be a pain in the ass with the one I got in my truck.
I know. And
Ours keeps not working, so
And-
plug it in.
I know the batteries are failing and they're causing the tablets to expand and implode. I've had 3 of them happen. So we are getting all new tablets. Every truck is going to have a brand new tablet. Very similar to the last one, nicer, newer, upgraded. When you run into an issue, say you're stuck at a customer or say you want to get your truck washed or something like that, you'll hit other, you'll type in what you did, hit save.
You're gonna come out or we'll wait for this?
Yes.
Because I'll tell you what.
There's going to be a workflow in the driver, the Google Drive. Also, when you're filling this out, on the bottom of it are some instructions. So before you hit submit, there's like a whole little introductory thing. Go back to the previous one, honey. There is also instructions right there. So when you go to
I gotta find that first.
Well, this is your home page. You scroll down and hit forms, and then right here on one of the forms it says instructions.
So when I get that little home icon, it's gonna take me right to that?
This is the home page. You just scroll down.
But right now, it pops up with just my, the log and that.
Yeah, so it has the log and then your little performance thing. If you scroll down, that is what this is. So
How about if you stop for a break or something
Here.
for lunch?
I can't use my phone.
Phone chat in?
You can, yeah.
I mean, is that what you do? with
We're,
the
we're, we're working on all the gimmicks, but the most important part that I want to get in right now is the bills and entering those in correctly. We'll figure out how to add all the other events, and whatever we come up with, we'll hit. But most importantly, what we're trying to do is get the right paperwork and the information so our customers have their satisfaction. Okay, next. All right, so now to part 2. The leak prevention checklist is also in there. So every time you leave a site with product, you need to be doing a leak prevention checklist. And it's just like our sheet where you hit, yes, the crow's nest, vent valves are closed, dome is sealed. Yes, I washed the spill pan, secured the flange, unload lines are closed. Tractor's in good condition, yes. I have the right placards, yes. I did my slosh test, yes. And then, was your load completed by a loader or not? You'll hit no, because you guys do it yourself. And then you'll hit submit. And then you're done with your slosh test. Next one. All right, so here's our third one, guys. Many of you guys know we had an incident at Cliffs, and their new procedure is for us to take a photo of the valve closed every time we leave. We don't like it any more than you do, but I don't want the customer coming to us and saying, you guys pulled 20 loads out, why don't I have 20 pictures? I can't trust that Hunter's gonna get them all, or we're gonna be able to organize them and pair them to bill of lading numbers. So what we're gonna do is, on our forms, I have one called Cliffs Photo. All you do is you hit Cliff C Chicago and you hit this photo button, and it'll open up the camera. You can use your tablet, pull it out of your truck, walk up there, hit the button, take the picture, hit save. So I know it's a lot, guys, and I know there's gonna be a ton of questions, but I think this is gonna be good for us moving forward. I think, we're not gonna be writing down a bunch of unnecessary stuff.
I've seen tablets getting dropped.
It's button clicks.
You can
Well,
use your cell phone.
You could use your cell phone if you have the cell phone app too. So that could be used too.
With the pay leak sheet on there, when we load up acid and put that information in, the same thing applies to residue, so it'd be like.
Yeah, so I'll be,
Are,
go to the next one, Hunter. Okay, so it's the same thing that you're doing with the shipping ID. You're still gonna have to do the shipping ID. So every time you do a load, you're gonna have to upload that just like you guys have been. But now also you're gonna have to enter it into your thing for it to compile to make what is your guys' daily trip sheet. Okay? We're still doing an R for residue. And then when you guys go to do your trailer wash or whatever, you'll put your, when it asks for a bill lading number, you'll put R, that you're empty and you're doing your truck wash or trailer wash. So we're still doing just your bill lading number. We don't care what it is on this shipping document. But when you do the form, you're going to want to put whatever you got on, which it'll prompt you to. I know it's confusing, guys, but we'll work through it together, okay? Immediately.
So we doing that, putting the bill of lading in twice?
Yes.
Okay. I don't need to just do it in the morning when I get ready to leave out with all the bills.
So you're supposed to be putting in your assets. It'll come up with your truck, trailer, and shipping ID.
Right.
Every time you do another bill, you're supposed to be putting in another shipping ID. But also when you scroll down here to your form, say you're taking RA to SDI, you'll go down there and you'll type in your RA to SDI. Say you're taking pickle back, you'll update your pickle here, and then you'll go down in there and you'll fill out your pickle back form. And now you don't have to do a trip sheet. You do your you do your leak prevention checklist, and you're done.
Take twice as long to figure out.
I think once we get it done, it'll be easy. You guys will like it better.
It's going to take longer.
I don't think so. I think I can do.
I'm fairly certain it's going to take longer.
I think I can do it quicker.
Our
Good,
challenge
you sit in the passenger seat, I'll let you predict it all day long.
All right, next. This is our big day extension. You guys know how to enter that in. Anyone have any questions on that? Anyone have trouble using the big day extension? Pretty much you go in your, here, go back a page. You go to your hours of service, you hit today, go to the next page. And then once you're on your daily log, you go down to your exemptions and you hit add exemption and then you claim your 2 hours. All right, so in closing, guys, major spills start with something small, so make sure we're doing our slosh tests. Make sure we don't get rushed. Make sure we're doing it safely, we're doing it correctly. If something doesn't look right, it's not worth an incident. Stop, fix it, make a call. Do what you guys got to do. All right, guys, we are working on our new trucking project. Eventually, it's going to be in process here, especially now that it's getting a little warmer out. We're going to start working on it probably in the next coming weeks. All right, so now we have an update from our corporation. They come out with these quarterly updates, and I'm just going to play them for you guys.
We're still in winter, and this time of year can be tough. Over the past couple months, many of our locations have dealt with very cold temperatures, snow, and difficult road conditions. And the reality is, we saw more safety incidents this winter than we wanted. Our goal is always 0 incidents, and when conditions get harder, that goal matters even more. I do want to say, though, we've done a strong job managing the risks that come with these conditions. Our plants and equipment were better prepared during this last cold snap than prior years. You adjusted, you looked out for one another, and you kept safety front and center while still supporting our customers. I appreciate that. As we move through the rest of the winter and into early spring, weather can still change quickly. This is the time of year we really need to slow down and stay alert. It is always okay to take the time you need to do the job safely. If that means stopping to reassess, allowing extra travel time, or speaking up when something doesn't feel quite right, that is the right decision. No job is so urgent that it can't be done safely. Safety isn't just about what's happening outside either. Every day we see headlines about cybersecurity that shut down companies and disrupt operations. We also hear about people having their identity stolen, sometimes from something as simple as clicking the wrong link. Cybersecurity is a real risk, and it's one we all play a role in managing. That's why I'm glad to have John Carney, UPS's Chief Information Officer, joining us today. John's going to talk about cybersecurity, what to watch for, what we do to protect ourselves both at work and at home. John?
Thanks, David. Hi, everyone.
Let's talk for a moment about something that affects all of us, cybersecurity. At KBS, we put a lot of emphasis on cybersecurity, training, and testing. But why? Because you, our employees, are either our strongest line of defense or our biggest weakness. Even the best cybersecurity tools in the world can be defeated if a bad actor tricks just one person into clicking the wrong link or sharing the wrong information. And that's exactly why training matters. When you stay alert, cautious, and informed, you protect not just your own work, you protect the entire company. But here's something that might surprise you. The lessons you learn at work don't just help KBS, they help you and your family too. Cyber threats don't stop at the office, they follow us home. So here are a few simple things you can do to protect yourself in everyday life. Number one, turn on multi-factor authentication, MFA. Use MFA at every important personal account that you have. Your email, bank, investment accounts, even your social media. That extra step makes it much harder for a criminal or bad actor to take control of your account. Number two, use a password manager. A password manager helps you create strong, unique passwords for every account, and it even remembers them for you. It will also warn you when you reuse a password. And that's really important because reused passwords are one of the easiest ways for attackers or bad actors to get into your accounts. Number three, freeze your credit. Freezing your credit is free, fast, and incredibly protective. If someone gets your social security number, a credit freeze can prevent them from opening loans or credit cards in your name. And finally, number four, set up a family proof of identity password. Create a simple secret code with your family, something only you all know. This helps confirm someone's identity if a criminal or bad actor will ever try to impersonate a family member in an emergency-style scam. Cybersecurity isn't just an IT responsibility. It's everyone's responsibility. By staying informed and taking a few small steps, you can protect PBS, protect your coworkers, and protect the people you care about the most. Thanks for doing your part. And remember, cybersecurity starts with you. David?
Thanks, John, for everything you and your team do. Everything we talked about today, winter safety, cybersecurity, and the way we work every day ties back to one of our core values. The Nicholson 9 number 5, we are afraid not to change. We're always looking for better, safer, smarter ways to get the job done. We don't settle for the status quo, and we focus on preventing problems before they happen, whether it's safety, security, health, or the environment. The success of all this comes down to one thing, you. The care you take, the decisions you make, and the ideas you share make a real difference. Keep looking out for one another, keep asking questions, and keep sharing ways you can do things better. Thank you for what you do every day. Stay safe, stay aware, keep making improvements that matter, and as always, you are essential.
How many of you guys use the same password for everything? Well, maybe think about that next time. It's on our player video of the month. All right, guys, make sure we're paying attention on the road. All right, thank you, everyone.